of the book titled The Life of Indira Nehru Gandhi by Katherine. As the title suggests, the book is a biography of the life of Indira Nehru Gandhi, and the book describes everything about the India, from the beginning of the independence to the life till the death of Indira Gandhi and after her son take the power. Indira Gandhi, when she was born, it was the time of the Indian independence. No, it was the time of the Indian freedom movement. She was born to the born for the Indian freedom movement, like that we can say, because both her parents were like not even with her during her childhood. She was like all alone. She was born into a wealthy family, and it was in the book. It was described that Anand Bhavan, the bungalow in which she was living, it consists of 60 rooms, and it was like a huge garden and everything. Then why they took so much struggle to make India independence, and how the influence of Gandhiji changed their life, and everything about Indian independence, it is covered in this book. And from the first part, the book is divided into three parts. First, it is mentions about the early stages of Indira Gandhi, like her life, the beginning of her life, and it also mentions about her father, Jawaharlal Nehru. Then the second part of the book consists of when Jawaharlal Nehru became the Prime Minister, and then the third part Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister. And speaking of the first part, it shows the birth of the Indira Gandhi. She was born in 1919, and she was born to Jawaharlal Nehru and Kamala Gandhi. Then it shows the situations in her home, and then how she was brought up in different part of the world. Like her mother had diagnosed with tuberculosis, and then they had to move to Switzerland for her treatment of the illness, and how Nehru was in jail, and everything about the Indian independence it mentioned, and how the Swadeshi movement influenced, how the non-cooperation movement, and everything Gandhiji and Nehru was being a part of. It was mentioned in the book. And then coming to the second part, it contains the situations when Nehru became the Prime Minister of India. It was during that time Indira Gandhi was also stepping into the politics. She was become the leader of the Congress, International Congress Party, and then after that to the death of, then it mentions about to the death of Prime Minister Nehru, and it shows about how the situations in the changes and who will become the next Prime Minister. It was a big question, and then we can see the actual face of the humans, like how the people who are with Nehru becomes changes immediately, and it shows the true picture of Morarji Desai, and then there were like other persons also, and he was like Morarji Desai. Speaking of Morarji Desai, he was like he wanted to become the next Prime Minister, and he was like doing everything possible for him to get the throne. But there was some portions of the Congress Party want that Indira Gandhi to be PM, but against all, Lal Bahadur Shastri became the Prime Minister. And then but he was like able to serve only for like 19 months or something, and after that the coalition got dissolved and he lost the throne. Then came Indira Gandhi, and she became the next Prime Minister. And it was like when a woman became the Prime Minister, there was like problems from everywhere. Like they were trying to destroy both emotionally and physically. Like and her marriages with the Feroz Gandhi and their problems, and everything was mentioned there. And only after the death of Jawaharlal Nehru and Feroz Gandhi, she was entered into politics. And in the later part, in the next part, it is mentioned about the emergency situation in India, and it also mentions about the various activities that she had. It was during that time India had to fight with Pakistan as part of independence of the Bangladesh, as you are all aware. It was in 1972. And the war with Pakistan, India became victorious, and it helped Indira Gandhi. But it was during that time there was like some problems were arising as a result of political career, like the elections result were biased, and like that there was some legal battles were going on, and it was a situation. There comes a situation that Indira Gandhi is about to lose her prime ministership. So at that time she declares emergency in 1975, and it was like a emergency period, as we all know, like it was like situations where the press was censored and the opposition leaders was arrested, and everything was like in a neutral state in the whole country. And but in the later part of the book, it is mentioned that at least some human beings, like the normal people, they at least they like the emergency situation and the obedience the state has seen at that time. And it has, but in the next election in 1978, I think Indira Gandhi lost elections, and then Bharatiya Janata Party came into power, and Morarji Desai became the Prime Minister. And then he served as the Prime Minister of India. And after that, after him, again Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister. In 1981, she became the Prime Minister. And this part also mentions about Morarji Desai. Basically, it was like more focused on hurting Indira Gandhi because attacking her physically. Like there was a slogan that Indira Hadao, and it always mentions about Morarji Desai and how he ill-treated Indira and how he has thrown her out of the home, like that. And the next part, again Indira became the Prime Minister, because Indira Gandhi was a person that it is mentioned in the book that she always tried to develop from the low class people. She connected with them, like the people in the ground. She used to connect with them. She never keep anyone away. Like she used to keep everyone with her, irrespective of the class, creed, and everything. Because her father's vision was India wants to be secular. India wants to be a secular nation as always, and that was which led to her death also. And the later part it was mentioned like that. And then coming to the next part of the book, it was the third part. It was mentioned about her son, both Rajiv Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi, and both of them were abroad studying, and both of them were at the initial part they were like not interested in politics, just like Indira, but in the later part, as usual, they were also entering into politics. And it was her son Sanjay Gandhi who was like first entering into the politics, and he was from Amethi, and he was like win from there, but he was like unexpected death due to her plane crash. And then after Sanjay, then Rajiv Gandhi enters into politics, and Rajiv Gandhi, he was also from the same constituency, Amethi, and then he was like being victorious, and it came to situations like a small household problems, like between Rajiv Gandhi's wife Sonia Gandhi and then Sanjay Gandhi's wife Menaka Gandhi. There was like some issues with them because Menaka wants to constitute in the election, and she didn't want that Sanjay to participate in the election, and like that some small issues with the households. And then she was like being thrown out of the house, and how she has manipulated the situation to her advantage. And Varun Gandhi was also took away from the home. And in the next part, it is mentioned like mentioned about the various situations that Indira Gandhi has to face at that time. Like there was problems in the Assam region, like Assam, like Naga tribes, and such issues are also mentioned. Then there was a great problem happening in Punjab, at the division of Punjab, and Punjab was divided into two, Punjab and Haryana, and they both had one common capital, that is Chandigarh, and both of them want Chandigarh to be their own. And it all led to the Khalistan movement, and which wanted a separate state for Sikh people, like the Khalistan, and how they tried to there was like religious problems all over the country, like Hindus are being murdered, Muslims, Christians, and everyone was being murdered. And then Indian Army went to their Operation Blue Star. I think all of you are aware of it. It take place, and it eventually led to the death of assassination of Indira Gandhi in 1984. Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her bodyguard, Sikh bodyguard, Ben Singh and Satwan Singh. They emptied 25 bullets on her. It was mentioned in the book as it is. And before this, Indira Gandhi knew that her death was near, and in the intelligence report was given to her that the Sikh security guard should be removed. But instead, she said, I have already mentioned that in her father's vision that India should remain as a secular country. And so she said, no need to change them. I should keep all of the Sikh policemen also. And so, but they took revenge on her because of the desecration of their sacred place, like the golden temple, and they took revenge on her, and she was died immediately. And it was after her Rajiv Gandhi was taken to the throne, and he became the Prime Minister of India. And then he was also murdered by some groups from Tamil something like that. She was also murdered, and he was also murdered. The book describes everything from the beginning to the end of the Gandhi era, from how the Nehru family has helped India to gain independence, how her father managed all these things, like from India gaining independence to the person who was the longest Prime Minister of India, then Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister, and then Rajiv Gandhi. And the book mentions everything about the Indian independence struggle, and how India was. And the book also mentions about the various letters that Indira Gandhi has written to her dearest friends, like Pupul Sharma something, and then she was also had another friend, Dorothy Norman. They were both. She was in abroad, and then it contains all the letters she had written to them, and all these letters give us like more information about the physical and the mental state Indira Gandhi was in, because she was in concentration. And I think everyone should read that, because it will give us an idea about how Nehru family, how the Congress Party has helped India to gain independence, and what are the situations that the problems that India has faced at the time of the independence, and after independence also, the declaration of emergency as everyone was criticizing, and everything. But apart from all this, Indira Gandhi, as the world acknowledges her as a great leader, she always was. She was a lion in her own way, and because she has managed such a vast country, and she was always admired by the poor. And when the bank nationalization, it was happening in 1969, it was heavily criticized in the parliament, because they said bank should not be nationalized. But the common people, they said we never seen the inside of the bank, and they want the bank to be nationalized. And it went on that way, and it happened, and still she was being criticized for it. But whatever decisions she takes, she implements it in whoever opposed, she implements it. And that's what make her great, and that's what make her remember us. We always remember her and always consider her as one of the greatest India ever had. And I think everyone should read it. It's a great book, Life of Indira Nehru Gandhi, and I wish that everyone should read that book, and such a great book.